going on, guys? We are back here for technically part 3 of our pros and cons of Florida. This is our pros portion, so we're going to be talking about the things that we've enjoyed so far about Florida, and there's just as many of those as our cons.
So if you guys haven't seen the other 2 videos, which were the con section of this little 3-part series, then we will leave them in a link in the description box down below. So go check those out after you've watched this video. Hit that subscribe button and let's go.
So the first thing that we're going to talk about is how beautiful that Florida is, which I think everyone knows that Florida is probably one of the more beautiful states. It's warm. We have lots of beaches and just pretty springs. So yeah, the beauty of Florida.
Yeah, I definitely think the beauty is what attracts a lot of people to Florida, particularly for vacation. We have a huge tourist, just the entire state is essentially a tourist attraction, and that's really what draws people here, is they just fall in love with it when they come on vacation. That's kind of what got us.
Lots of palm trees and just tropical paradise.
One of the things that you saw in our last video was we were complaining about some of the nature problems that we have in Florida, but we're going to turn that around and also say that that's one of our pros. We have an extreme amount of animals here, so if you are a nature lover, you will love it here. We have manatees, tons of different birds, turtles, so many fish, I don't even think you could name all of them. And in our area in particular, we actually even have monkeys, and we have a video about the time that we saw a monkey, so you guys will have to check that out. It's really
They're not native monkeys, but we do have monkeys.
They're there, and they're in the wild, so it's really cool. The nature is definitely one of the pros here.
Yep, lots of animals, and where the water is really pretty, like when we were visiting Jupiter. Lots of fish, starfish, seahorses, you name it. I mean, just lots of nature.
Something that is particularly, I think he touched on it, that's particularly unique to Florida is we have tons of springs throughout the entire state of Florida. It's one of the biggest tourist attractions here. There's lots of different native animals that particularly live in the springs, like the manatees. We have tons of videos on our channel that I'll leave a playlist down below that you can check those out, but we are particularly big fans of the springs. We love all the outdoor activities that you have with Florida. I mean, everything from boating, swimming, kayaking, paddleboarding, that's what a lot of our videos are about. Surfing, particularly on the West Coast. We saw a lot of surfing just because the waves are a lot bigger being on the ocean side of Florida. And
ATVs,
yeah,
off-roading, there's some like ATV and like Jeep type parks around us with all the sand.
Lots of sand.
And just there's a bunch of trails and stuff like that, so side-by-sides, golf carts.
Yeah, biking, running, hiking. We have tons and tons of parks here. They definitely try to appeal to the outdoor lifestyle, outdoor activities. We in particular live on what's called the Withlacoochee Trail, which is about 40 plus miles of just a paved trail that runs through several different cities throughout Florida. We also have a video on that we took our bikes down, and it just opens up a whole lot of outdoor activities, particularly because of the warm weather. It is fairly warm, if not quite hot, in the majority of the summer. Even in December, we're sitting here, it's December 4th today, and it is 80 degrees outside and absolutely gorgeous.
We've had a couple cold days, but mostly it's been very warm. And we only had rain there for a little while. Not a whole lot of rain this time of year, so the weather is definitely very nice.
So one of the other things that we had mentioned in our cons video was just the different types of people that you find living in a place that attracts people from all over the country. We do have to say that the native Florida people, they call them Florida grown here, but the native Florida people are extremely nice. We found some really helpful people just because we're new to the area and had lots of questions, and they've definitely been very welcoming.
Absolutely. Fishing is a really big thing, and that's freshwater and saltwater. The bass fishing here is awesome. There's not been many times that I can think of that we went bass fishing and didn't catch any fish at all. So that's pretty cool that you can go out and pretty much guarantee that you're going to be able to catch a fish. So fishing, everyone knows Florida is known for fishing. There's just so much fishing that you can do here.
With the fishing, another thing that is a great benefit here is you basically have unlimited supply of seafood. They have some really great restaurants. Even the mom and pop places around here, a lot of places have fresh, that day caught seafood, and it's really fun just to try all the different little
Lots
places.
of nice restaurants. We like eating like on the water, so there's a lot of really cool places on the water in different parts of Florida where you can sit right on the ocean or sit right on the spring or whatever, and just really cool atmosphere.
One other thing that we particularly like about Florida is extremely rich in history, and they have a lot of parks, a lot of preserves, and just a lot of things that really appreciate the rich history that Florida has. In our area in particular, there are a lot of Native American.
Yeah, Florida actually is not one of the older states, but Native American type stuff. And when we went to St. Augustine, the fort there's off the coast a bunch of Spanish ships, I guess, had sunk. So a lot of people go metal detecting and find like old Spanish gold and stuff like that. I know that's really popular for Florida, so there's just a lot of really cool history in Florida.
So the very last thing that we will touch on that is actually one of the biggest reasons that Florida is huge for the retirement side of people is the fact that Florida has no state income tax. So when people are retiring and they change their residency to being a Florida resident, their retirement is not taxed. And even us being people that are working here in Florida, there's no state income tax.
There actually is one more pro to Florida, and that's of course Disney. How did we miss that?
I don't know.
Yep, so we have Disney and
Universal, there's tons of
water parks.
theme parks, water parks, but who doesn't love Harry Potter World, Universal Studios,
Star
and
Wars.
Disney?
For sure. And just about anywhere Florida's not huge, so just about anywhere you're gonna live in Florida, you can drive, for us, Disney's like what?
An hour away.
Hour and 30 minutes maybe.
Something like that. All right, well, that's all we have for right now. If you are a Florida resident or you have come down to this area and are a particular lover of Florida, please add your pros to our description box down below as well. We hope that you enjoyed this little series that we did just on the pros and cons of living in a state that is a paradise, a regular vacation spot, and just gives you a little bit more perspective of what really draws people to this area.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you can keep up with all the things that we're doing, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
See ya.